Okay, so a few things to note here in this sample. Because there isn't an actual green screen behind me, a lot of this phasing or this imagery that's kind of like almost taking the edges of who of me and kind of blending it into the background will go away. So once we actually have a green screen behind us, a lot of that will be cleaned up in the actual green screen. So right now I'm actually just using the white wall behind me in order to do the green screen. But I wanted to show you this sample just so you can get a taste of like what it looks like, how it would feel, things like that. And we can just experiment as we go along. So let me go back to the initial screen here. Okay, good morning. Welcome to Gusto's quarterly partner updates. This is the first of many quarterly partner updates that we're going to be doing here at Gusto. Very excited to be doing this to provide partners great announcements that have happened at Gusto, some things that are to come, and give everyone an opportunity to ask some questions and try my best to answer some of those questions. So let's get started without further ado. So welcome. Welcome to Gusto's first webinar content. My name is Will Lopez. I'm the head of the accountant community. Basically, I'm here to empower you, right? The accountant community as a whole. And I'm really excited to be your host here this quarter and every quarter to come after about all the announcements that Gusto is releasing and things that are happening in front of us as an industry. If you'd like to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at zwilster.com. If you'd like to follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at zwilster or friend me on LinkedIn, which is great. I think it's just /W Lopez Jr. But yeah, that's me right there. There's my face, huh? So really excited to be doing this webinar. We are doing things a little differently. I want to be in front of you. I want you to actually put a face to someone here at Gusto as we're going through these webinar decks and these announcements. And that way I can actually provide you some great content, some great feedback if I have an opportunity to give you some consultative advice about these new announcements that are happening here at Gusto. So let me get out of the way here. So introducing the partner webinar, here's what you can expect here at the quarterly webinars. Number one, there's key updates from the last 3 months that we're going to be rolling out every single quarter, so that way you know exactly what you need to know, and a little bit of how to apply this to your firm, so that way you can have some takeaways, some action items in those key updates. Number two, a sneak peek into the future, what we're working on now, things that we can share with you now. We'd love your feedback. Reach out to your account manager at Gusto to provide that feedback. I personally would love to hear it. Feel free to tweet me at zwilster with some of that feedback if you wish. And then a live Q&A with me. And so what I'll try to do is take some of your questions and answer them as we go along. If you have questions as we're going through this webinar, feel free to jot them down in the chat. And by the end, when we get to the Q&A, we'll sort through the Q&A, through the questions and try to answer them in the time that we have remaining. So what's new with Gusto, right? So great stuff happening here at Gusto. Gusto has a new look. Hey, you know, it's always nice to do a little brand refresh, and so we are still the same, but we just look a little bit more vibrant, more human, right? So we kind of like that. We love business owners and we love partners at Gusto, so we wanted to make sure that our branding reflected that. So if you have any Gusto logos that you're using on your website, on your social profiles or anything like that, or any materials that you're using, now's a good time to update that. You can find the updated brand material at gusto.com/brand. And that's where we're going to have all our partner content, all our partner material on Gusto's website. So that way you can kind of refresh your site as we're refreshing our own, right? So really cool stuff that we're doing here at Gusto. Secondly, big update here for the partners. Big win, okay? Revenue share. Who doesn't like revenue? I don't know about you, but at AdvisorFi, which is the firm that I came from, I was really, really excited to add a third revenue line item on my income statement. So, you know, the first one was like MRR, monthly recurring revenue. Second one was one-off. And then the third one was like affiliate revenue, which is what this falls underneath. So revenue share by direct deposit is now available at Gusto. The current experience was you were getting your revenue sharing every quarter by way of check, I think bill.com or something like that. But don't forget to add or confirm your billing information. So all revenue share payments will move to direct deposit starting in August. And if you have any clients on revenue share, make sure you add or update your billing information before July 31st so you can continue to get paid as fast as you have been getting paid. Another big announcement with revenue sharing going to direct deposit is now revenue share payouts will happen monthly moving forward. So on the 10th business day of the month. So that is a huge win for all of us as partners. Before you were waiting quarterly and you were getting it by check. Now you're going to get it paid monthly and it's by direct deposit. What's to lose, right? So update your billing information at gusto.com or app.gusto.com/login. Log in, update the information. There should be prompts and some call to actions in your dashboard for you to update your information. Awesome. Really, really excited to do this. And just a little shout out as far as whether or not you're using your affiliate link. So for any of those who do know, I like to do a lot of YouTube videos. In every single YouTube video I've ever had, I've always had my affiliate link, my Gusto affiliate link. And believe it or not, I think we've had about 100 people sign up through our affiliate link, and many of them close, and we end up getting that $100 payout when they end up becoming a Gusto user, right? So that also falls underneath this purview. This is a great way to actually now promote your affiliate link and kind of give you a little bit more of more dollars to that third revenue line item on your P&L, which for me is always exciting. Okay, so health insurance for businesses of all sizes. Wow, what a pain point this is for the entire business industry, right? So at AdvisorFi, before I came over to Gusto, according to our Zero HQ, about 74% of our users were professional service users. So that was kind of like the niche that we were in at AdvisorFi. And that made total sense. A lot of them were solopreneurs, so freelance photographers, cinematographers, consultant coaches, business coaches, things of that sort. And many of them kind of stayed between the 1 and 4 employee range. And many times we couldn't really speak to whether or not we can provide them value by suggesting health insurance options or getting them into benefits. Obviously a big pain point for a lot of small solo practitioners. But now Gusto has heard the crying call, right? And now with companies that have fewer than 4 employees, Gusto now offers small group health insurance for any business size or for any size business so long as they qualify. Clients can now shop for their new plans and bring over existing plans without interruption in coverage or change in cost, which is also very exciting. And as a practitioner, it's a great way for you to add value to your existing clients who don't have this particular luxury, but now can here in the United States, right? So benefits are managed inside Gusto and will automatically sync with payroll. No more manual deductions. That's what Gusto is about, right? Creating that people platform, scaling people up and all things people. So scaling that entire experience from benefit enrollments to 401k enrollment to payroll, producing, payroll production on a weekly basis or biweekly basis, making sure that all of that stuff is synced. And that is the core of what Gusto really believes. So as you drive your clients into Gusto's benefits, they no longer have to worry about you as a firm, no longer just spend capacity in making sure that deductions are right. Gusto will do that for you. Employees can now enroll online and manage your own plans. You get some more information about that at gusto.com/product/benefits. And that's a great way to kind of get up to speed really quickly about this new HI benefit that Gusto is now offering. So permissions. Now, for those smaller firms, as you're building out your team, you're probably having hierarchy and building out your hierarchy, right? Staff, seniors, managers, supervisors, partners, things like that. For those who do have hierarchy in their firm, there are now available inside Gusto's Complete and Concierge plans permission settings. So Complete and Concierge customers can give admins, managers, and accountants special permissions for select tasks. So if you are a firm that uses Gusto, you can actually toggle this on for your own firm because you should have at least a free version of Complete. If you're not on Gusto, I would encourage you to reach out to your account manager and see if your firm can be on Gusto. But for your clients, now accountants can have a full or limited view of their client's account like any other admin, which is pretty incredible. And for each client, all of the accountants at the firm will have the same permissions. So great way to segregate your duties if you have a firm that has a hierarchy, or great way to segregate duties for your clients if your clients are looking for segregation of duties and permission settings, okay? Hot off the press, just some things for you to be aware of, content for you to read during your downtime. But Caleb Newquist, who's our head of content, generated some of these content, a lot of our content creators here at Gusto, just for you. So how to take your accounting firm online in 5 steps, how to deal with overconfident clients, which is always exciting, and that and much more at the partner resources page, which you can find at gusto.com/partners or partner-resources. So at this time, looks like a lot of you are asking kind of questions about the revenue sharing, and obviously I'm just making things up as I go. So let's go through the Q&A. I think we have about 15 minutes. I want to make sure I answer all your questions. So what's the first question here?